Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a PMDG 777 beta tester. Welcome back to another Emirates 777-300ER trip. Today we're going to fly from Dubai to Hamburg for about a 6.5 hour ride. Now, before we start, a quick message from today's sponsor, Say Intentions AI. If you're looking for an ATC add-on that can not just do your standard IFR A to B flight, but also things like data link, VFR, and even a cabin crew simulation based upon your Simri flight plan doing accurate and realistic announcements, then look no further than Say Intentions AI. We'll be using them for all of those things, well, except for the VFR maybe, in today's flight. So if you like what you're about to hear, then be sure to check them out using the link in the pinned comment or the video description below. And with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into it and board our 777. So we'll be flying from the captain's seat today, Emirates flight 59, and we can start right up here on the overhead panel, turning on the ADRU. And then let's head down into the electronic flight bag, grabbing our Simri flight plan so that we can review what we're about to do today. So starting on our paper flight plan then, let's scroll down a little bit to the en route charts. So this is what our flight is going to look like today. We'll depart over the Arabian Gulf and then through Iraq, Turkey, the Balkans, Poland, into Germany, where we are going to land in Hamburg. Now, the significant weather chart is pretty clear on the first half of the flight, likewise pretty clear on the second half of the flight. Maybe a little bit of turbulence in the descent towards Hamburg, but that's about it. Now, going up to the weather forecast of the day, a few SIGMETs over Turkey, that's fine. Couple of gusts forecast in Dubai long after our departure though. And now the interesting thing in Hamburg is going to be, well, the Romeo News 2-3. Then we can expect a couple of showers throughout the afternoon, but by that time we should have long landed. So overall we're looking at very good weather conditions. Our alternate Dubai is also our alternate in Düsseldorf is also looking very good. And with that, we can head up into the top of the plan, where we can check an on-time departure means an on-time arrival. Then we are not critical with any of our weight, starting level 340, later climbing to level 360, until we've got a step descent halfway through Germany into Hamburg. Now, if we check our fuel plan, then we can see that 60.1 is the minimum, plus 500 taxi, making it 60.6. Now, I don't really see much reason to take extra, and with Düsseldorf we've got an alternate that's fairly far away as well. So let's just round it up to 61 tons so that we are covered for APU usage at the gate over here. And then we can head into the weight and balance, import from Simri, precise loading, and we want 61 tons of fuel on board today. Now with that out of the way, let's head over into the ground operations. We can start our GSX boarding down here as well. We do want a ground power unit. We also want an air conditioning unit. And then in terms of the ground service vehicles, we can release all of them since we will be using GSX for those. Now, since we've got ground power connected, let's put that on. APU off, packs off, since ground air conditioning is also connected. And with that, we are basically all set up to start our pre-flight procedures. So getting freshly on board our 777, a couple of things we want to do here. That's status page my side, door page your side. Then we just want to clear and recall all of those messages to check if there's anything among here that we should be aware of. But this looks fairly clear and as expected. Oil quantity is fine. Hydraulic quantities are fine. Now, oxygen is also checked, and we can do the oxygen test over here. We don't need to check the aft masks since we're only going to be 2 pilots today anyway. Now with that out of the way, let's head down into the com page to the flight information, where we can do an ATIS request, and we want OMDB from Say Intentions please, and send. So that's going to get us the latest ATIS. And well, with all of those out of the way, we can already start with our FMS setup. So as always, I will be using my WinWing CDU to do my inputs down here, but I will be talking about what I'm doing so that you guys can follow along. So don't be surprised if you don't see my mouse moving. That's because I am using a hardware CDU for this. Now, the ATIS has just arrived. Info Oscar at 0930 Zulu 320 at 13, clear skies, 41 degrees, QNH 1000, departing runway 30 right. That's all as expected. QNH 1000, let's go ahead and pre-select that. Here we go. Lovely, so then let's get started. So we'll go down into the FMS, 777-300, engines are correct with 115 rating, the nav database is also up to date. Then copy and paste the GPS position, route, request, sim brief, select. This might take a little now for the uplink. We can use that time to find our departure charts. So let's go down in airports, Dubai, and we want the airport chart as well as the parking chart. Then we also need our SIDs, which is going to be the read up to Foxtrot. The route has just arrived. Let's hit load down here. So read up to Foxtrot. Let's find that one as well. And here it is. Perfect, and that's pinned as well, so with that we've got a nice setup down here. Alright, our route has just finished uploading, so let's cross-check. We are going from Oscar Mike Delta Bravo to Echo Delta Delta Hotel, Emirates 59 is the call sign, and then our routing. Well, actually, let's enter the departure first. 30 right, and we want the read up to Foxtrot, and then for the arrival, ILS approach runway 23. And we've got the Rarup 3 Papa arrival Delta Hotel 657 transition. And now let's cross-check the route. So read up Mike 557 2 Lima 602 Gatzi Mike 680 Sep2 direct Vusep Mike 680 Ninva Upper Mike 680 Odali Upper Lima 852 towards Nagam, then direct Maxov DNAC direct Carol, Kaket, Babco, Subex, Vibes, Lima 619, Bumil, Mike 748, Rarup, and that's all looking good. So then, onto the next page, let's bring up our SID. Read up to Foxtrot is going to be straight at to Delta Bravo 570, minimum 180, and Delta Bravo 584, minimum 190, Delta Bravo 585, maximum 220. And we've got to put that into the FMS down here, so let's make that 220/1000 above. Remember, the 777 can't take speed restrictions without an associated altitude, that's why it's been missing from the database here. Okay, and then we're going to continue via Orlat towards Kicksock and read up. So with that, our route is checked, activate and execute, route data, wind data load, and execute, then FMCCom, forecast uplink, load, and that's also looking good. So onto the progress page where we can check 2,805 miles versus 2,811 miles according to the flight plan. That's close enough. Okay, NavRad page, everything is auto-tuned. Now route page, copy departure airport, fix page, paste, /25 miles. To draw an awareness ring for the MSA. Now, VNAV page, transition altitude 13,000, and we can cross-check that against the departure chart, transition altitude 13,000. Okay, now, init ref, route perf init, and accept the uplink. But, as always, we also want to check it. And that GSX page is annoying here. So, scrolling down a little, here we go. Okay, alternate is 5.2, final is 3.2, so that's 8.4. And that's what we got down here as well. Flight level 340 is correct, cost NX 59 is correct, minimum fuel temperature is -44, cruise CG we use 30 as standard, and step size will enter 2000. Okay, so thrust limit nothing, takeoff ref, next page, noise abatement procedure number 2 is cross-checked. Alright, then let's go back to the next page and enter the step climbs. Not that there would be many. It's just as at Ruksev, flight level 360. So let's find that one. Okay, Ruksev, here it is. And that's gonna be 360S. And enter, execute. Lovely. So that's everything we need. So let's keep it on the perf init page over here, and you can have the route page 2 over here. Lovely, and that's our FMS setup complete for the time being. So we'll stow the EFB and then we can get to the flight deck or to the pre-flight procedure. So here we just check that everything's set correctly. Refueling should be completed by now. Yep, 61 tons are on board, so the signs are coming on. Over here everything is set, over here everything is set. The packs remain off for the time being. Now to the MCP we need VOR, airport, traffic, 10 miles range. Flight directors coming on, checklists, reset, all. So the com page has already been done and you can have the same setup that we had on our side. So QNH 1000 is set, auto brake RTO, park and brake is set. Then let's get down to our frequencies. And for this we need our airport chart. So we've got Dubai delivery 120.35. That's set, and then we need ground 118.35. Alright, everything pre-selected. Transmit on VHF 1, listen to VHF 1 and 2, flight interphone, speaker. So, weather radar onto turbulence. The third ACP will just get the PA, so that it gets recorded onto the flight recorder. And on the right hand side 1 to 1.5, and that's it. Lovely, and you can transmit like that as well. So, TCAS above, Squawk 2000, and transponder standby. Lovely. So in the middle we get the cabin interphone, and that's our flight deck setup completed. So before we go into the briefing, let's go ahead and start with our IFR clearance. So we have ATIS information Zulu on board. So flight info, departure clearance request, ATIS Zulu. Facility will be OMDB. And we're going from Dubai to Hamburg, and our gate is Foxtrot 6. And good morning. Alright, and that goes in here as well, and then we can send that IFR clearance request. Lovely. So that's that thing out of the way. Then while we're waiting for the clearance to arrive, let's check on our boarding progress. Ongoing. Okay. Alright, cool. So while we're waiting, let's start our briefing. So you can go for it, please. Thanks. We're departing Dubai, runway 30 right, read up to Foxtrot departure. Initial is gonna be to an altitude of 4,000 feet and the MSA is 3,800 feet. Extra fuel on time, we have pretty much nothing, but the weather is good, so we can always commit and use those 40 minutes of alternate fuel. I've got no hotspots for our taxi routing. I don't anticipate a runway crossing. I think we're going to go the long way round. Stop margin in case of rejected will be not very much, few meters only, and in case of engine out, straight ahead, out to the open water, climbing 4,000 feet, and then radar vectors back towards Dubai. 30 left would be the landing runway, 4.5 kilometers. We are slightly overweight, but it's totally fine. We can do an overweight landing there as needed. Now, what else are we gonna do? I've got nothing special, nothing non-standard. We'll have to see if we can retract the flaps or if we have to keep them extended for the first speed restriction, and in terms of threats, I don't see anything. Only thing I got that may be worth mentioning in the miscellaneous items is the high temperatures, so we're gonna have a rather high true airspeed. Just don't be surprised. Okay, and that's it. Any questions? No? Beautiful. So here's our clearance. Clear to Hamburg. Read up to Foxtrot. Departure runway 30 right. And we've got 30 right with the read up to Foxtrot. So maintain 4,000 feet. Departure 122.5. I'm going to pre-select that. And that is set. And finally squawk 5453. It's also set and maintain 4,000 feet. Alright, cool. Accept. Accepting. And accepted. Lovely. Cancel. So 4,000 feet are set, and that's it. Cool. So, give me the pre-flight checklist, please. Oxygen, tested 100%. Flight instruments, heading 209, altimeter 1000, reading 20, set left, set right. Pre-flight checklist complete. Okay, very good. So we are basically done up here. So let's say that the load sheet has been received and start doing our takeoff performance figures. So weight and balance, zero fuel weight, 217.8. And that is a gross weight of 278.8, which checks against the takeoff weight. So let's find the performance tool, Dubai International, runway 30 right. The runway length 4000 should be fine, including the intersection. So flap config optimum, rating optimum. Okay, weight, we're going to do 279. So CG, takeoff 32. And now for our weather. The wind is 320 at 13, temperature 41, and QNH is 1000. Okay, calculate. So 57 degrees, assumed temperature. So enter, that's 94.4%, that's close enough. Now to the takeoff page, it's a flaps 5 takeoff. Takeoff CG at 32, and the speed's 162, 170, 174. So 162, 170, 174. A little bit lower V1 in here, since in here, probably because of the shorter runway length that we have calculated. Okay, and that's our takeoff performance calculation complete. Lovely. So that stuff's done down here, then let's go ahead and start the APU. So, I am just going to reset GSX over here because, well, the GSX exporting just takes too long. We don't gain anything from using that, except for departure delay. Okay, still loading, then in the meantime let's say Salam Alaikum to our passengers. Salam Alaikum and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel. In the name of Emirates, welcome aboard our Boeing 777-300ER on our flight Emirates 59 to Hamburg. Today's flight time will be approximately 6 hours and 20 minutes, and once the last paperwork is completed, we will start our engines and taxi to runway 30 right for our departure over the Gulf, with some beautiful views on Dubai on the left-hand side of the airplane during our departure. We expect a mostly smooth flight today and an on-time arrival, so for the time being make yourself comfortable, sit back, relax and enjoy the flight with us, and we will get back to you with the latest information as soon as we start our approach into our destination. Thank you very much for your attention and once again welcome on board. Okay, lovely. So prepare position for pushback and departure, please. The APU is online, so external power can go off, and then we can remove all the ground equipment. So release all, door management, close all, and as soon as the two left is closed, arm all. Lovely. Ground connections, release the power, release the air conditioning. Let's see, the parking brake is set, so the chocks can also be removed. And then let's ensure we keep the air conditioning going. Packs coming on. Okay. Ground from flight deck. Yeah, go ahead. Please confirm all doors and hatches are closed, ground equipment removed, and bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed, and we are ready to go. Thank you. Can we pressurize the hydraulics? Yes, sir, you can pressurize. Thanks. Okay, so let's go. Flight directors are on anyway. So 174 to 90 4000. Right system first. So fuel in center does not show. Lovely. Trim 4 units are set and the transponder comes on. Okay, before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP V2 174 heading 299 altitude 4000. Takeoff speeds V1 162 VR 170 V2 174. CDU pre-flight complete. Trim 4 units 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Before start checklist complete down to beacon. Alright then, let's call ground and get our pushback clearance. Dubai ground, Emirates 59 heavy, request pushback and startup.
Emirates 59er, pushback and startup approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and startup approved, facing southeast, Emirates 59er heavy. Okay, so facing southeast, that's good, and before start checklist is complete. Ground from flight deck. Pushback and startup approved, facing southeast, park and brake is released.
Emirates 1 Echo Whiskey contact.
Thank you, start on the push, stand by for engine start.
Over to
Stand
tower,
by.
Emirates 1 Echo Whiskey.
Okay, lovely, and like that, we are on the way. So, pushing back at 42, that's 4 minutes ahead of schedule. Absolutely lovely. Beautiful A380 over there. With a beautiful livery, gotta say that.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Emirates Flight 59, departing from Dubai to Hamburg. My name is Khadija, and on behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to introduce our Captain Emmanuel and our First Officer Stephanie. Joining us in the cabin...
Okay, so the engine should be behind the road. Then let's go ahead and start engine 2 and 1 in that sequence. Right, engine start.
Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from the compartment above you. Pull the mask towards you. To start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your mask on first before assisting others. For your safety, we have life vests located under your seats. To use them, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps around your waist. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs once you are outside the aircraft. In the event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage on board. Your safety is our priority. This Boeing 773-300ER has 8 emergency exits, which are located at the front, middle, and rear of the aircraft. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. We will be flying a distance...
Okay, that's a good start on the right engine, starting the left engine.
Estimated flight time of 6 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight. Captain Emmanuel, the cabin is ready for departure.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so that's a good start on the right engine. The left one is in progress. Pushback should be completed any moment as well. And looking over there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft ahead of us, so there is no reason to rush. Okay, so the engine start is looking good, and the pushback is completed. Set brakes. Brake set. So we've got ignition. 40 degrees outside, that's just so incredible. Okay, start a cutout, monitor 1 stable. Alright then, waiting for the ground crew. There comes the tug. Okay, let's already start with the controls. Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Pull left. full right, neutral. So is the ramp agent anywhere there? Oh yeah, here he comes with a pin in the hand. So let's do the rudder. Full left, full right, neutral. Okay, here's the handling agent, and the clear signal is received with a pin seen. Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice, auto, recall, checked, flight controls, checked, ground equipment cleared, before taxi checklist complete. Emirates 59er Heavy, request taxi.
Emirates 59er, this is guard frequency. Please contact Dubai ground on 118.35 for taxi instructions.
Emirates 59er Heavy, request taxi. In the real world, it's so much easier to remember to switch all of these around.
Emirates 59er, taxi to runway 30 right via Zulu, Kilo 11, cross runway 30 left, then M14B, M14A.
Emirates 59er Heavy, taxi runway 30 right via Zulu, Kilo 11, cross 30 left, and Mike 14 Alpha. Okay, so Zulu,
right via Papa,
all the way,
5, November,
Kilo
Emirates
11,
11 Mike.
crossing, and Mike 14 Alpha.
Sky Dubai 539er, contact tower
Alright,
on
we can do
118.3.
that.
Switching to tower, Sky Dubai 539er.
So, clear on the right side, clear on the
30
left
right via
side.
Zulu, Kilo
Let's
10,
go.
cross runway 30 left, then M13B, Mike Emirates 8 Lima Tango.
Emirates 52 Mike, contact tower on 118.75.
Switching to tower, Emirates 52 Mike.
Okay,
Emirates 58 Quebec,
11875, we
contact
can
tower
remember
on
that one.
118.75.
Switching to tower, Emirates 58 Quebec.
Okay, so,
Emirates 4 Tango ready for
straight ahead
pushback.
for a long time.
Emirates 4 Tango, pushback approved.
Push and start approved, Emirates 4 Tango.
So,
Emirates 1 Go
let's
Papa ready to
review
taxi.
our takeoff briefing. It's going to be a left
Emirates
takeoff,
1
runway
Papa.
30 right,
Taxi
flaps
to runway
5, knots
30
local
right,
procedure
via
2,
Papa.
speeds 162,
Papa 5,
170,
November.
174. The sit straight ahead,
30 right via
and
Papa.
climbing to an
Papa 5, November,
altitude
Emirates 1 Go
of
Papa.
4,000 feet. Contact
Emirates
departure
4
when
Quebec,
advised by the
contact
tower on
tower on
122.5, and in case of
Switching to tower,
emergency,
Emirates
straight at
4
25
X-ray.
miles, picking up the hold in 4,000 feet, coming
Emirates
back 30
64,
left,
Papa contact tower
slightly
on
above the max landing weight, not much of a
118.75.
problem. Any questions?
Switching to tower,
Nope.
Emirates 6
Beautiful.
Papa.
So, cabin ready is received,
Emirates
and we'll take the
59er,
weather
request
radar
pushback.
and the terrain. Before takeoff checklist,
Emirates
please.
59er, pushback approved.
And before takeoff checklist is complete.
Pushback and start approved, Emirates 59er.
Now this one's
Emirates
interesting
4 Tango
again.
ready to
There is
taxi.
another Emirates 59er on the frequency. That's probably because
Emirates
I'm
4
flying
Tango,
at the real world
taxi to
time.
runway 30
So
right,
4:45
via Kilo,
is the real
Kilo
world
10,
schedule.
cross runway 30
And
left, then M13B.
yeah, that means since
Mike.
St. Tensions is using a real world flight plan database,
30 right via Kilo.
They have
Kilo
another
10,
aircraft with the
cross
same
runway
call
30
sign.
left, then M13B, Mike Emirates 4 Tango. Sky Dubai 1 request pushback.
Sky Dubai 1, pushback approved.
Pushback and start approved, Sky Dubai 1. Emirates
Sky
59
Dubai
ready
1.
to taxi.
Don't hear that one too often. I
Emirates
wonder where that flight
59er,
goes.
taxi to runway 30 right, via Lima, Mike 1, Mike.
30 right via Lima, Mike 1, Mike Emirates 59er.
Emirates 25 Juliet ready to taxi.
Emirates 25 Juliet, taxi to runway 30 right.
Okay,
via
so
Papa,
Kilo 11
Papa 5,
is
November.
past all those A380s in front over there, and
30
once
right
we
via
are
Papa,
past
Papa
them, we
5
can make a
November,
left-hand
Emirates
turn.
25 Juliet.
But there will be two
Emirates
taxiways over
11.
there.
Mike
We
contact
gotta be a
tower
little bit careful
on
that we select the
118.75.
correct one, so this second at the end. Basically, it's all the way to the end and then to the left.
11 Mike.
Emirates 8 Lima Tango, contact tower
Emirate.
on 118.75.
Is an Italian on the frequency.
Switching to tower, Emirates 8 Lima Tango.
Now, that would not necessarily be
Sky Dubai 1 ready
unrealistic,
to taxi.
because they have loads of experts,
Sky
not
Dubai
just
1,
in the cockpits
taxi to
here with
runway 30
Emirates,
right
but
via
also in
Quebec,
the tower
Papa,
and
Papa
in the
Nina,
radar
November.
control centers in the UAE.
30 right via Quebec, Papa Niner, November Sky Dubai 1.
Look at all those lovely
Emirates 4 Tango,
A380s.
contact tower on 118.75.
Switching to tower, Emirates
Nice
4
airplane,
Tango.
isn't it?
Emirates 9er Charlie Lima ready for pushback.
Emirates 9er.
Okay,
Charlie
so
Lima,
here comes
push and start
Kilo
approved.
10, and then Kilo 11 is
Push
going
and
to be
start
second.
approved. Emirates 9er Charlie Lima.
Emirates 1 Golf Papa, contact
Right
tower
side is
on
clear, left side is
118.75.
clear. Ooh, that is a little bit
Switching
more
to tower,
traffic than I
Emirates 1
expected.
Golf Papa.
Okay, this is Kilo 11. You can read it on the signs over there as well. So left side is clear, right side is clear. Okay, we are clear to cross. Strobe lights on, and the approach area is clear.
Approaching.
side's clear
1,
as well.
2, right.
Checked and clear to cross.
Emirates 9er Charlie Lima ready to taxi.
Emirates 9er Charlie Lima, taxi to
Okay.
runway 30 right via Zulu, Kilo 11, cross runway 30
So
left,
let's
then
make
M140,
it slow.
Mike.
30 right via Zulu, Kilo 11, cross runway
Because
30
that-
left, then
that
M140,
777
Mike
over there is
Emirates
gonna
9er Charlie
vanish.
Lima.
But well, they cleared us to cross, so probably not going to be much of a problem if we just block the runway here for a little. Left side is all clear, beautiful. So we are clear to Mike 14 Alpha, that is straight ahead. Well, let's hope that the company on the right hand side is going to move far enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in front of us, so about 10 minutes.
Emirates 59er, contact tower on 118.75, take care.
118.75, Emirates 59er, bye bye. And 1225 is the departure. Dubai Tower, Emirates 59er Heavy, ready for departure. Okay, strobes are off, and then we are just waiting.
Emirates 59er Heavy, Dubai Tower, runway 30 right, hold short. You're number 6 behind the 777.
Holding short 30 right, Emirates 59er. Alright, number 6, so let's speed this up a little bit.
Emirates 59er Heavy, runway 30 right, winds 320 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Emirates 59er Heavy, runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff.
Emirates 59er, runway
Wow,
30
that was a
right,
long wait.
hold short. You're number 4 behind the A350.
So, we're now at 59.1 tons of fuel. That means we used quite a lot, but we are still fine. Even though just barely.
Approaching.
Okay, so
3,
lights on,
0,
procedures are still
right.
complete, the transponder is on, and with that we are ready to go. It's pretty busy today. Look at that, we now had a taxi time of almost an hour. Okay, are you ready?
On runway 30 right.
Takeoff. Thrust set.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. $400. LNAV, VNAV.
Emirates 59er. You are not clear to take off.
Autopilot.
Advise when ready to copy a phone number for possible pilot deviation.
We were cleared for takeoff. Take your phone number and beep. You guys heard it. We were cleared for takeoff. Dubai departure Emirates 59er passing 1,300. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1.
Sky Dubai 642, radar contact.
Emirates 59er Heavy. Minhat departure. Radar contact. Climb 6000 direct. Delta Bravo 570.
Climb 6,000, direct 570, Emirates 59er. Okay, we're already at 570 anyway, and 6,000 is checked. And there's no altitude restriction preventing that. Lovely. Alright, so I don't exactly
Emirates
know.
59er. Climb flight level 200.
Emirates 59er, climbing flight level 200. Set, 200 checked. Alright, so
Emirates 59er. Contact Al Maktoum. Radar on 124.025.
124025, Emirates 59er. Radar Emirates 59er Heavy passing 4,800, climbing level 200.
Emirates 59er Heavy. Al Maktoum radar identified. Marhaban Dubai. QNH 9er.
QNH 999 Emirates 59er. Okay, set QNH. QNH cross check, passing 5, well, passing 6. Now. Checked. Flaps up. Speed checked. Flaps up. Okay, and flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete. Alright. So far so good. Now let's see what the damage is. Arriving at 12:03 and the schedule is 11:35. Let's see if we can win anything here. So, 03, 10.5. $52, 9.1. I think that's worth it. 8.4 is the reserves, so yeah, we're gonna go fast. Making up at least a bit of that delay.
Climb flight level 250.
Emirates 59er, climbing flight level 250. Okay, so all the sun shades in place. We've done as much delay mitigation as we could. Well, I think that's really everything that we could possibly do over here. Alright then, we're about to reach level 100, or rather altitude 10,000 I should say. And that means we can go ahead, turn off those lights. I think it's going to stay smooth, so we're going to turn off the seatbelt signs as well. FMS is checked anyway, and then let's connect to CPDLC. So, OMDM. Here it is, that's our code. ATC, lock on, OMDM. Emirates 59, Dubai, Hamburg, and send. Alright, sent. Lovely. Cool. So with that, we've done about everything we could. Let's just set standard over here. It should happen in level 130, but then we have it out of the way at least. And that's standard cross-check passing level 113. Now. Checked. And then sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight to Hamburg. We're approaching the top of descent and we can start preparing our aircraft for today's arrival into Hamburg. Let's go ahead and start by requesting the latest ATIS. So ATIS request, and we're looking for Echo Delta Delta Hotel. From same tensions with automatic updates, please send. So while we're waiting for the ATIS to arrive, let's already go ahead and do the general stuff here in the FMS. So arrival is now 11:53 with 8 tons of fuel. That is slightly below what we would normally have had to be able to divert to Düsseldorf, but I changed the reserves to the 30-minute reserve so that we can just commit to landing in Düsseldorf. I think that's the easiest thing for us to do here. Now on the descent page, 0.88/314. That is of course rather quick. Let's do 86/314. I think that's a little better number here, and 250 below 100 as well. Alright, forecast page is still correct, and on the fixed page, Echo Delta Delta Hotel can go in here with a 25-mile ring. Lovely. Now, weather has arrived as well. Hamburg, information Yankee. Wind 285 at 9, visibility 10, fuel at 3800, 24 degrees, QNH 1016. So 1016 at once and set twice. Okay, arriving and departing runways 33 and 23. That means we are going to request runway 23 for today's arrival. Apart from that, we don't really have all that much to take into consideration over here. Route 3 Papa arrival, we might quickly find the charts for that. So search, arrival, Hamburg, star. Route 3 Papa, that's going to be this one. The approach will be in ILS runway 23. And then we've got the airport charts and the parking stand charts. There's taxi restrictions, code Echo and Fox, we can pin that one as well, then we don't need the airport chart any longer. And I think that's everything we're gonna need for today's arrival. So starting down here, Route 3 Papa is a route between 4000 and level 110, but I am expecting that we might get a little shortcut, so let's just go down here towards the final approach and take the center fix, put that one behind Rarup, and delete the Rarup restriction. And now let's see what the airplane is going to calculate. Flight level 81 overhead Rarup. So erasing all this again, and now we'll just make it flight level 80 or below, overhead Rarup, change the restriction, enter, and that's it. Now VNAV is recalculating, 35 miles to the top of descent, easy going. Now for the ILS approach, the minimum Cap Delta is 272, so let's dial that up. Menu, EFIS control, EFIS 272, set, and menu, deactivate the EFIS controls again. Now a very quick check of the arrival, and that looks exactly as per the chart. The approach itself starts in PSAS 3000, and it's a 3-degree glide down to the minimum. And PSAS 3000 3-degree glide is what we've got. Go around straight at 5.5 Ulster, left turn Hamburg, climbing 4000, and Alf 6, Ham 4000 is all in here. For the red maps, that means we can use Alpha Lima Fox in number 1. Not in database, interesting. It is still Alpha Lima Fox, isn't it? 115.8. Okay, 115.8, here we go, and that's entered, and then Hotel Alpha Mike in number 2, that one's auto-tuned, lovely. Alright, cool, so that's all the good stuff in here. Then let's head down into the performance tool. Landing en route, Hamburg, runway 23. Now, let's see about the aircraft's weight. We'll arrive with 8 tons, that means we burn 2000, so basically 226, well, let's do 226 and a half, just to be on the safe side here. Two to 500, flaps 30, no reversers, auto brake 3. So far so good. And for the winds, 285 at 9, 24, 1016. So 285 at 9, 24 degrees, and 1016. Calculate. Okay, 2008 meters, we can land. Surprise! Alright, cool. And that's everything I got in here for the time being. So, auto brake 3. We can clear that, and well, with that we are basically ready to go. So flap 30 landing is copy pasted. Then let's start the approach briefing, please. Alright, MSA 2200, Rarup 3 Papa arrival, most likely in the end radar vectors for an ILS approach to runway 23. Minimum is 272, go around straight at 5.5, then a left turn to Hamburg climbing 4000, extra fuel and time. Now that we've committed to land, we got about 4000 kilos, that's around 30 minutes extra. Thanks for that. Flight Rector guided ILS approach, runway 23, flaps 30, idle reverse, auto brakes 3, vacate the runway to the left hand side. The stop margin is about 1000 meters. We've got no hotspots for the taxi in, but we are crossing runway 33, which can be considered as a little bit of a hotspot. Apart from that, nothing special or non-standard. Threats for the arrival? Probably VFR traffic, so we are going to have a good look outside, make sure we stay within airspace Charlie. Any questions? No? Lovely, so that's our briefing completed. Okay, descent checklist please. Recall, check, notes, checked, auto brake, level 3, landing data, veer 3142, minimums RO272, approach briefing completed, descent checklist complete. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and request descent please. If you may. Emirates 59, request descent. Descent level 260, Emirates 59. Okay, set. 260 checked. Emirates 59, any chance to proceed direct Rarup?
Climbing flight level 360, Emirates 59er.
What is the AI doing there?
Emirates 59er, proceed direct to Rarup.
Direct Rarup, Emirates 59er, thank you. Okay, so Rarup on top, execute. So that cuts it short a little bit. Let's see, 3000 high, not a problem.
Emirates 59er,
seatbelts
you're
on.
welcome.
And the speed brake is deployed. Alright then guys, I see you a little bit further down when we start the actual approach. Alright, we are on approach to Hamburg and we are about to level off close to 100 to start reducing our airspeed, which is still rather high at this moment at 310 knots. Now let's see if we can ATC to vector us to the final here rather than flying that whole S-turn arrival, which, well, normally you don't really fly those in the real world. I mean, they're meant for traffic separation, and since it doesn't sound too busy on the approach frequency at the moment, I don't think that there will actually be a lot of separation. Apart from that, it's been a fairly nice and easy descent, but I do figure we haven't done our passenger announcement yet, so let's just do that quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We have started our approach to Hamburg with a remaining flight time of about 10 minutes. The weather in Hamburg at the moment, very nice, clear skies and a temperature of approximately 21 degrees. Would like to thank you very much for choosing Emirates for today's flight. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We do apologize for the delay that was caused by the very long wait at the departure runway, but nonetheless we made up as much of the delay as we could, and we will be on the ground in 10 minutes. Thank you very much for choosing Emirates today, and we wish you a nice and safe onwards journey wherever it may take you, and hope to see you again on board of one of our aircraft and in Dubai anytime soon. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you again soon. Alright, so I'm back on. We're about to reach 10,000, so lights are on, signs are on. I think we can open up those sunshades over here.
Finnair 906 Whiskey, contact Bremen radar on 124.075.
Alright, cool.
radar on
And with that, below 100, we
Finnair 906 Whiskey.
ask for any radar vectoring. Emirates 59, request radar vectors for the approach.
Poznan approach, KLM 21 Alpha.
Poznan approach.
150.
No. We're not in Poznan. We're in Hamburg.
Emirates 59er, turn right heading 330 vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Please turn off your
Right heading 330, vectors ILS 23, Emirates 59er.
We kindly ask that you put your tray tables
Okay,
ensure
so
your seats are in their full upright position and fasten your seatbelt.
here's center fix on top, please.
Apron 151. Thank you for your cooperation.
Here we go.
Crew, please check that everyone
Emirates 59er heavy, proceed direct CI23. Descend altitude 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 approach.
Emirates 59er, direct center fix, descend 3000, cleared ILS 23. Okay, that was an easy one. So, center fix is on top, LNAV 3000 is checked, and we're cleared for the ILS. I am going to wait for a short time until we have actually established there, and let's just use level change here because I don't want my engines to run up. Okay, approach checklist, altimeters, QNH 1015, approach checklist complete. Okay, good. Engines are back in idle. The airplane is going to dive a little bit to get that speed again, but that's fine with me. Well then, PSAS is maximum 170 knots. Maximum or minimum? Minimum, okay. That makes it easy. That makes it very easy. Okay, cool. And with that, we've basically done everything. So let's enjoy the beautiful view outside as we're approaching Hamburg. Lovely northern Germany. Okay, I do admit it's not as beautiful as the Caribbean would have been, but hey, you can't have it all. So, neither weather nor terrain is going to be a factor, so it doesn't really matter what we are using here. So I'll just keep the weather, you keep the terrain, and that's it. Up here everything's done, and it's too easy. And it looks like we are definitely the only one, making it even easier. So, contrary to the lovely internet rumors, Emirates does permit hand flying, so let's do just that. Flight director. Yes, that's an FMA call as well. And depending on whom you ask, blank is also an FMA call. Reading from Aerologic, but I do think others are using that one as well. Okay, so we're not receiving any ILS just yet. What's the frequency? 111.3. Changes communication. So I do seem to remember that they changed the frequency recently. Not sure if our sim has the new one yet. But if not, then we're just gonna fly it as a visual approach. Ding dong. Hamburg Artist Charlie, 22 degrees 1015, rest is checked, thank you. I do like those automatic updates though. Yeah, still not receiving the ILS. I'll tell you what, I'm quickly going to change this into an RNAV approach. You don't have to tell ATC. So, RNAV 23 via 657, insert, legs, direct to 658 on top, execute. Here we go.
KLM 21 Alpha, proceed direct non-B. Cleared for the RNAV runway 28 approach.
So,
Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established.
Runway 23, RMP. Let's quickly grab that
Emirates
minimum.
59er, contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28.
12128, Emirates 59er. Hamburg Tower, Emirates 59 Heavy, established, runway 23. Enough. So what's the minimum now? Get Delta 272.
Emirates 59
Okay.
Heavy, Hamburg Tower, wind 240 at 9er. Runway 23, clear to land.
Runway 23, clear to land, Emirates 59er. So, runway heading set, flaps 1. Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Emirates 59er Heavy, wind 260 at 11. Runway 23, clear to land.
Runway 23, clear to land, Emirates 59er Heavy. Flaps 5. Speed checked. Flaps 5. Approaching descent. So 280 set. So that's the runway, we are clear to land. And leaving 3000 over at Pisas. Alright, lovely. So the ILS is probably indeed broken. That's fine. Okay, so then we are fully established once again.
2500.
So let's go ahead and go back to manual flight. Flight director. Interesting enough, the plane isn't really in trim. But that's fine. Gear down. Flaps 20. Flaps 30. Speed checked. Flaps 30. Yep, hello there. Okay, landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. So there's our field, we're on the puppies. Okay, flight director's off. I'll take the bird on over here. Something that I never used to do when I flew Boeing. But now that I'm on the Airbus, so used to having this thing. Really? com. Yeah, doesn't matter, huh? Cancel, thank you.
Approaching 2-3.
Checked. Okay, Papi is checked, correcting. And set go around altitude. 4000 set.
Plus 100.
Checked.
Minimums.
Continue. Ooh, lovely thermal here.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up, thrust was normal, idle reverse.
Sun Express 8 Sierra Yankee hold short of runway 33.
500 meters remaining. 1,200 remaining.
Brakes.
Emirates 59er, welcome to Hamburg. Contact ground on 121.805.
121.805, Emirates 59er. Yep, that's why you shouldn't look down and taxi an airplane at the same time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamburg. We are delighted to have you here. Did you know that Hamburg
Okay,
is the
lovely.
largest port in Germany and is often referred to as the gateway to the world? It's also famous for its beautiful canals and historic architecture.
So we'll be parking up here on 02, I believe, or 01.
Please remain seated
Either of
until
them.
we
I
reach
think
your
it's
final
1.
parking position.
Hamburg, ground Emirates 59er, request taxi to gate 1.
Day in this wonderful city.
Might be 2 as
The
well.
local time here
We'll
is
just take the one that
1:14
fits.
p.m. For those of you with connections, please note that flight 60 to Dubai will be departing at 3:30 p.m. from gate B52. Safe travels.
Emirates 59er, taxi to terminal 101 via Delta 1 Golf, cross runway 33, then Bravo 3, Z1 Orange. Good day.
Emirates 59er, taxi gate 1 via Delta 1, Golf, Bravo, Zulu 3, and Zulu 1. Bye-bye. Alright, so it's gonna be the right-hand side, Delta 1 and Golf, Bravo 3, Zulu 1. So they want us to go over here, which is fine with me. So the aft landing items are complete. We've got nothing more to do up here. Lovely. So then, schedule would have been 35, so we actually made quite a bit of the delay up again. We'll be at the gate at 55, so about 20 minutes delay. That's alright. As long as we don't get a bad slot for the way back to Dubai, we will be able to get the plane back to Dubai right on time. Okay, Austrian coming in on runway 33, interesting.
Eurowings 26 Yankee ready for push and start.
Eurowings 26 Yankees, cleared for push and start.
Yeah, he just
Pushback and
vanishes,
start
okay.
approved. Eurowings 26 Yankee.
So we're clear to cross runway 33. The right hand side is clear.
Approaching 33.
Checked, clear to cross.
Fueling 985 Golf, ready for push and start.
Okay, so
Waiting
Bravo
liner,
3 and
85
then onto
Golf,
the center
clear for
line.
push and
They're
start.
set orange, but we are never going to use the
Pushback
colored
and
line
start
with the
approved.
white body.
Fueling
So
985 Golf.
onto the center line we go. And now the big question of our parking gate. I think it's number 1 indeed. I might be wrong. I'm sure if I am, then many of you are gonna tell me. So this actually says gate 4. No, I don't think so. So 1 Alpha or Bravo? No, I think it should be number 1 center. Okay, I don't care. Give me 1 Bravo then. Okay, so I can see ground services. There's Alpha 1 over here. Yeah, we definitely need the center line. We're not gonna go onto the Bravo stand. Can we change that anywhere here? Change facility, gate, all. No, we can't. Okay. In that case,
Vueling 985 Golf. Taxi
Revoke
to runway
services.
33 via Zulu 5. Bravo 6. Cross runway 33. Then Delta 1, Yankee 1 off Golfer.
33 via Zulu 5.
Okay, the right
Bravo
side is
6,
clear.
Cross runway 33, then Delta 1, Yankee 1, Golf, fueling 985 Golf.
okay, the guidance system is out. That's expected without GSX. But then we'll just park ourselves. Might
Ground
be
Austrian
easiest.
173 Hotel, taxi to parking.
Austrian 173
So probably
Hotel.
somewhere over
Taxi
here
to parking
should be
via
fine.
Echo 1. Cross runway 23. Then Alpha 5, Z1 Blue.
Okay, parking brake is set.
Echo 1,
Then let's
cross runway
see.
23,
APU
then Alpha
running.
5, Z1
1,
Blue, Austrian
2.
173 Hotel.
Cabin crew, all doors in park. So, shutdown checklist, parking brake, set, shutdown checklist complete. Alright, ground operations, set shocks, ground power request, jetway connection request, and it's coming in. Probably not gonna get an air conditioning unit over here, but okay, ain't gonna complain. And then doors, disarm all, 2 left is gonna come open. And since we don't have GSX, we need the aft cargo, bulk cargo, and forward cargo. Alright, since the shocks are in, the brakes can go, so that they can start cooling again. And then you get the doors. I'm gonna grab the status, and the lower can go onto the engines. So, oil quantity is good. Let's cancel and recall. All of those are good, so nothing into the tech log. Nothing over here as well. Lovely. And with that, welcome everyone to Hamburg. I do hope you guys enjoyed this flight as much as I did. Be sure to leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video, and as always, like, comment and subscribe, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.